Hi guys, good afternoon. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Anime and welcome back to a new video. So today, well this time, it will be nearly a week ago tomorrow. Last Saturday, I went to my first concert of the year, even though I did go to a concert gig show back in February, but that wasn't a tour. It was a gig, a one night only gig in London. So that does not count. But Olly Murs. So last week I went to see Olly Murs on tour. He is currently on tour, but he's unfortunately unwell, so he had to cancel the upcoming shows. I think he had to cancel not Birmingham, but I forgot now. But anyway. But yeah, I was lucky to go see Olly before he got ill. And so he's got other shows like Brighton and London. So the first London night, so London night 1 was last week, and London night 2 was an extra date that he added on due to high demand. And this is my story time. I like doing story times, guys. So last Saturday, I can't believe it's been almost a week, guys. So last week I went to see Olly Murs for the second time. I went to his last tour back in 2019 with my mum, and I gotta say, I think this one was better. Yeah, I definitely liked this one better. And yeah, so last Saturday was a busy day. So I woke up around 8 or, yeah, I think I woke up at 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. And then the first thing I had going on was a step class. So my dance studio, a part of the fitness, not a part of the dance side, but a part of the fitness. They do step classes on a Saturday and Sunday, and they're gonna do one also on Thursday evenings. But then anyway, I went to my step class last Saturday morning from 10:30 to 11:30 in the morning. And then I then went back home and I showered, and then I got dressed into some normal clothes because at 3 o'clock I was getting my nails redone, taken off. So this is what I got last week. Very simple, like natural pink nails. And then when I came back at 5, was it? Yeah, at 5, I then came home, and then I decided to slowly get myself ready for the concert. And so I wore this it's not a dress, it was a matching top and a skirt from Shein. I don't know what it's called, but I wore that with some trainers, and then I left to get the train. Because my train was at 6:05, and I left at like 10:02, so I could get my train ticket and make the train on time, and I did. And then I got on the train. I have to go all the way because he is doing 2 nights at the O2, and these tickets were from my brother for my birthday last year. And basically my brother's work, he gets like his work has a contract with the O2, meaning they can get really good seats. Although they're really expensive, it's really worth it. And it's like you've got your own bar, your own merchandise, you know, food, drink, whatever. And obviously, yeah, it's not like a box just for yourself. Like, you have to share it with other, you know, with like, I think the Emirates airline was there as well. But you could only get 2. But yeah. And then, so then because my brother, right, decided to be annoying and have his cake and eat it, he basically decided to go to a pub somewhere and watch the FA Cup final, and on the same day as Olly Murs, rather than, you know, prioritising the concert. I really wanted to meet earlier so I could be in my seat for when the support act came on, and the support act was Blue, and and I know like a few songs, but anyway. And then I really tried to, you know, arrange to meet him earlier, but the football finished at like 5:30, so unfortunately I couldn't meet him earlier. And so then I got the train, got off at Waterloo, and then I had to go to the O2 by myself and meet him there. Normally I would meet him at Waterloo, but we decided to meet at the O2 instead. And it's fine because I know where to go. I know how to get to the O2, so it's absolutely fine. And then I had to rush because the support act, so Blue were on at 7:30 and the doors opened at 6:30, right? And the train got in at Waterloo at like 6:55, and I had half an hour to like get to the O2 and find him. And I was like rushing, I was stressing out because, you know, I would have, you know, hated to miss the first song. And the first song, annoyingly enough, was All Rise. You know, the famous song All Rise that was released 24 years ago in 2001. They started off with All Rise, and that is such a banger, and I did not want to miss that. You know, if that wasn't the first song, I wouldn't have been so stressed, and I would have been a bit more calmer, you know. Anyway, so I was rushing, so I got off the train, got on the tube to the O2. It's not even half an hour, it's more like 20 minutes, anyway. And then because he was waiting for me at the tube station, I missed him, and I was rushing, trying to find him and get in the O2, so I would miss the first song. And then I thought he would be waiting for me actually in the O2, but he wasn't. He was waiting for me at the North Greenwich tube station. I missed him. I think I ran straight past him. Anyway, so then we finally met up, and then we it's not very far to our seats at all. And then when we got our, so when you go in, they give you a wristband, and I'm gonna be a collector of these guys. So it says the 93rd member by Qatar Airways, and that's not his company, but I think I'm not entirely sure, but I think that is the company has, I don't actually know, guys, but anyway, they would put this on you, and then as I was walking, Blue came on. I mean, the timing wasn't great, because when I wanted to be in my seat, sitting down or standing up when Blue comes on, but I wasn't in my seat. I was there, but I wasn't in my seat, and I wanted to like just be there, rather than having to, I don't really want to be like, still trying to get to our seat when the support comes on. Like, when the support comes on, I want to be in my seat, I want to be sitting down or whatever. And then I was like, no. Luckily, like when we got our wristbands on, I heard everyone screaming, and like Blue came on. I was like, no. Luckily, we like managed to see it, but I wanted to be like, standing or sitting still. Like, I don't want to be moving, I don't want to be on my way. I don't want to be walking to my seat when Blue come on. I mean, I could have gotten there like maybe, I wish we'd have met like 5-10 minutes earlier, so I could be in my seat. Anyway, but yeah, and then Blue were amazing. And then after the first song, I was not bothered. Obviously, I mean, I was not bothered about, I could then calm down, get a drink from the bar and slightly just breathe. Because once I just needed to hear that song, guys. And then anyway, we then got some drinks. They do food there, but like burgers and pizzas, which is on my bucket list, but it's expensive. I really want to try it, but you're never going to know if it's worth it or not. But yeah, I really want to get food just to like try it. Obviously, there is food at the O2, but they do food there. So if you want to get food, you have to go out of the box and actually in the main bit. So I didn't really eat that night. I was so hungry. I didn't really eat breakfast, didn't really eat lunch, and I was starving, right? I was so hungry. I was like, right, I have to eat tonight. And I didn't. My brother did not buy me any food at all. You know, I just wanted a burger or a hot dog or a pizza, you know, something like that. Like, I can't drink alcohol without eating first. Anywho, and then I had a glass of wine, very nice. And then I think I had one, and then my brother was, I gotta say, my brother was very stingy. He gave me one glass of wine, and then he didn't, you know, offer me any more drinks, you know. So all going great, and then, you know, I wanted to like keep drinking, you know. But he only gave me one wine. That was it. He had a beer, I had a wine, white obviously, and the rest of the night I had water. Fun, what a fun night. And then Olly came on, and by then we were in our seats. I think we were. He came on at 8:30. Blue were singing for an hour, and then basically, and then Olly came on, sang some songs. I've got a really strong bladder, which I'm really like proud of. I did not go to the toilet once. I think my brother went twice. He got up twice to go to the toilet, maybe twice to get some drinks. So I think one night, I'm not gonna buy any merchandise. I am gonna get food instead. I really want to try it, even though I want to try it. Like, if the food is good, that's great. Like, that's, oh my god, the wind, guys. It's really windy and it's scaring me. The banging of the doors is scaring me. Anyway, then it finished at half past 10. With our box in our seats, we missed the whole, you know, when you get out of the O2 or Wembley, it's rammed. Luckily, we missed that. So we obviously walked quickly to the tube. Obviously, we still obviously had to get out when everybody else gets out, but we as you go down the escalator and you see it being crammed, we missed that. Anyway, it's really easy getting in and it's really easy getting out. Anywho, and then we got the tube. Wait, whilst my brother was on the toilet, I decided to have a look at the merchandise. Now, it's very limited. They only sold programs and t-shirts. If you if you wanted more, like hats, socks, whatever, then you'd have to go where everybody else goes. So it's nice to have like a private bar, a private merchandise stand. I really wanted to get a hoodie, but one, I didn't have that much money because they cost like £60-70, and I could afford a t-shirt then, but I thought, I think I've got enough t-shirts, so I might get a program because it's nice to like look at anyway. And then I got the program, then we went out, then we got a tube, got back on the tube, and then we then arrived. Normally he would go back home to Vauxhall and I would go back home. So obviously when we go to a concert, he would go back to Vauxhall and I would go back home to here. Because we had last Sunday we had my granddad, my mum's dad, aka my grandpa's 90th birthday at a hotel. He was staying the night at my parents' house, and so we got on the same train. He obviously walked back to the house and I obviously walked back to my flat. It's just nice, isn't it, being in your own bed? I just prefer being in my own bed. And then I walked back home, and that was that, and the rest is history. I did, on my way back from the nail spa, I walked past a Co-op and I decided to get some donuts and some cookies, and I ate the cookies on the way back from the, I ate five cookies on the way back from getting my nails done, and I also had 2 donuts, but I left 2 for later. But luckily I had 2 donuts left waiting for me on Saturday night when I got home. So anyway, and then I literally got in the shower, took off my makeup, and then when I come back from a concert, I then post all the pictures and the videos on Snapchat and Instagram, because I take pictures and videos on my camera. Like, I don't use the Snapchat camera or the Instagram camera. I use the actual phone camera to take pictures and videos, and then I put them on Instagram and Snapchat. Then I took off my makeup, and then I went into bed, and then that was it. That was the end of the night, and it was very, 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 very good. It was the best night of my life, the best concert I've been to so far. It was definitely better than the gig that I saw on in February. But it was really, really, really good. I want to go again. Like, it was so good, I want to go again. But the only thing that spoiled it for me was I put on sun cream in my eye, and it's a sun cream where you spray it over your makeup so you don't have to like rub it in, so you don't have to rub the sun cream in on your face when you have makeup on. Then I managed to get it in my eyes, and my eye was stinging, and they were watering, and I couldn't. Obviously, I still had a really good time, but it just, that eye, you know, constantly watering and constantly, you know, stinging. It didn't ruin it, but it was, you know, not a good thing. So note to self, always cover your eyes and close your eyes when you spray on makeup. So don't, I mean, I did close my eyes when I was spraying it, but I don't know, I think I opened them too quickly. Anyway, and then, yeah. Thanks guys, it's been a long one. My next concert is, I'm going to the Summertime Ball in June the 15th. Cannot wait for that. So I'll do a story time. And then I've also, the week after that, I am seeing Dua Lipa on June 21st at Wembley Stadium. I'm going to Wembley Stadium twice. But I love Wembley. I know too. I go to Wembley Stadium more than the arena. And then, yeah, that is my story time. And then I've got Billie Eilish in July, nothing in August. Then my last concerts are Tom Grennan, JLS, and Busted versus McFly. Busted and McFly are at the O2. JLS are at the O2. Oh my god, guys. The last concerts that I've got in the year, at the end of the year, like JLS and Tom Grennan and Busted, they're both all at the O2. So I'm gonna see Tom Grennan with my best friend Paige, and then I am gonna see hopefully JLS, maybe with my best friend, I think, or someone. And then Busted and McFly, I'm taking my parents. Yay! And then, yeah. And that's basically it. No more until next year, guys. I wonder who I'm gonna see next year. I'm hoping the JLS and the Tom tickets can be in the box. I'm gonna ask my brother to see if he can get tickets for Tom Grennan and JLS. And then, yeah, that's my concert lineup sorted out. But yeah, like, subscribe, see you guys next month. No, 2-3 weeks now. I don't know, but I'll see you guys. I'm tired. Bye guys.